Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jeff, the Master Barber. On this edition, we're gonna do a tutorial how to pass number 3, guard number 3 up top with a Tigh fade. We're gonna do the beard and the eyebrows, and so yeah, let's get started. Right now, like I always, if you are new into this channel, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, this is the moment to do so. Also hit the little bell so that way it will alert you when I'm posting videos and etc. But yeah, if you new to it, this is normally the clipper that I like to use a lot. Is the Magic Clip for the last 3 years. The reason why it is wireless, you know what I mean. It don't have no cable, so I'm more flexible. The other one is actually because of the blade. The blade is really sharp. It has the crunch technology teeth, and it doesn't get hot. So yeah, you know, I'm passing guard number 3. The guard is the Speed Zero guard. I like this clip compared to the other guards. It's more tighter, smaller, but it's to the true size. You know, if it's a 3, it is a 3. It just it's not so bulky, not so wide, and so you'll be able to actually see exactly what you cut. And what I'm saying right now, if the hair goes that way, you go that way. He has a collet right there, so whatever the hair goes, we go right against the grain. But you know what I mean, with that flow. And the trick to it, you have to pass it. Make sure you pass it quite a bit everywhere. Make sure it's nice and tight. Make sure you use a brush, like I'm doing right now, brushing it in that area right there. See, I pass it, pass the machine. You see the angle. You see how the machine is turned to that certain way. Well, that's how I like to do it. And then, you know what I mean, I go maybe different side just to make sure. Right now we're using the Bolden, the blade that it may look like a Magic Clip, but this is my second machine. And instead of using a trimmer, instead of using a GTX or a detailer, to do this part, I used the blade from the Warhol Bolden. But instead of having it on the regular core Bolden clip, I have it installed just the blade on the Magic Clip. Why? Once again, with being cordless, it gives me more flexibility, and then the blade is double the size of a GTX or detailer. So, and then the engine, obviously, you know what I mean, being bigger than a trimmer, is gonna go through here a lot quicker. So that way we could speed up the process. Right now, you see, this is the blade. This is the Magic Clip. You can see it by the blade. You can see the teeth. They're a lot bigger. We're gonna use the 116 with the level semi-open, and we're gonna do that flick to it. We're gonna take right away the line that the Bolden did. We're not trying to make levels, you know what I mean, but it's gonna make a line, the second line on top where you see, right? But you know, you want to keep it that high. Now we're gonna open completely the lever, so it's still the 116, and you notice how I'm taking the line right away that it did with the 116 semi-close. Now we're gonna jump with the 1/8, which is the number 1. We're gonna open the level just a little bit, and we're gonna do it with the corners, just so we don't have to use the whole blade to go up. We only just take that part right there, you know what I mean, just in that, and then close the lever. We're gonna pass it right there where you see the shadows. See that shadow right there, and we use it. We keep passing it in that corner right there, pass it right there, and we keep passing it. Now we're gonna use the guard number 2. Once again, this is Speed Zero guard. You could get them on Amazon, eBay, or any beauty supply, even Asalis. I think they have them too. And yeah, I like it because these clippers, they're really pointy, sharp, small, and compressed. And then it has the metal clip that attached to it, and it clipped really nice. So there's not gonna be no way that you're gonna mess up or that the clip is gonna come off. It definitely clipped really nice and tight. And yes, I wear gloves just because I get a lot of hair splinters, hair stuck in my skin, and even though I don't like it, I have to wear it because of that. Now we jump into the 116. We're gonna pass it again in that area right there. Notice we've been it's been 6 minutes into the haircut, and we already did the top, and we're still doing the side. A lot of people ask me, or barbers or people that want to learn how to cut hair, what is a good time to finish a haircut? I mean, that to me, the way that I always said is just make sure you do the haircut right and that the client is satisfied. Once you obtain those two, then you measure that time. You know what I mean? If it take you at first because you're learning and it's there's different haircuts to give you different time frame. You know what I mean? Normally I range between 30 to 45 minutes, but it could be sometimes it takes me longer than 45, or sometimes it takes me less than 30 minutes. But the thing is that I try not to speed up, you know, the process, because I want to gain a client. I don't want to lose a client. And you know, that's the difference. You know what I mean? When you do it right, you want quality over quantity all the time. You know, you want to make sure you do good quality work that is gonna speak and bring more people, more client because of that haircut. You don't want bad quality job, because then he's not gonna come, and definitely it's not gonna bring normal clientele. But so definitely, you know, good quality work takes not people that say nah, not really. If you really know what you're doing, you speed up and everything. But nah, really good quality work takes time. So right now we're using the magic clip, and we're gonna pass it in that area right there where we're seeing. And notice we're gonna be using the shaver, the Series Broom 9, and it's a great electric shaver. I definitely recommend it. You could get it at Best Buy, usually between $300 to $240 when it's on sale. And I go in like the lower part, the bottom, just so you know what I mean. I don't use the whole blade. I just use the first blade in the corner. That's why I have it facing forward. And notice, you know, I'm just using just the one of the blades. I'm not even using the whole blade, so that way it won't make any other lines. And this machine definitely is worth every penny. It really has made my job a lot easier. It doesn't break the top like the other machines. It's very comfortable in the hand, very powerful, quiet, very quiet. And yeah, so right now we're using the technique scissors over comb, and we're using the combs. Notice how it has small teeth and big teeth. Like I always say, the small teeth is to acting like a 116. The reason why I do it like this is I have control on what I want to get without sacrificing. If I would have passed the clipper to get that area right there, I would have erased the haircut. With this, I have a control to it. See, you know, I only get what I want. Right now we're switching to the other side. Once again, we're using the Bolden. We're using the Bolden. We're gonna do it in that area. The reason why we're doing it low is just because, remember, with all the how we started, you don't want to bring, when you start too high, it's gonna end up too high. But you know, even though it's gonna look a little bit semi-high, it's gonna have some definition, some shadow, no shadow, but like blend to it. So that's why we start right there, and right away, just like we did in the other side, we're gonna scrape that line with the 116 level close, right? And then the 116 is gonna make a second line. But until then, see, we go from right to left, left to right. Make sure we clean that first section right there. We clean it real good, so we got that level. When we open the lever, and we're gonna scrape that line that the 116 did, so now it's 116 level open, and we're gonna take that line, right, but it's gonna raise up a little bit. So notice my stroke is just a little bit in the hand, a little higher, right? And then right there, there's a shadow right there in the area. There's a shadow right there. You notice how I brush it, but I keep passing in the shadow. Right now I start lowering it a little bit because I see that it's not grabbing. Every time I pass it, it's not grabbing. So right now it did. And I don't want to go with the level too close over there, but right there I did close it completely, and there was a line there. Notice how they took it. Now we jump into the 1/8, which is guard number 1, level open, and we're gonna pass it right there. And I noticed I closed it just a little bit, and I open it again a little bit with the hand. This machine is so comfortable and so lightweight that you could do that and small in your hand. Not small, but perfect, you know what I mean, perfect size. Notice, so we're still using the one guard number 1 with the level open, and we close the level right now. We're gonna pass it in that area right there, as you could tell, and right there we're still passing it. He's still laughing, moving. We gotta be careful when we're doing that. We open the level, and we're gonna pass it right in that shadow right there. I know you see it. If I'm pointing it, you know what, and if you hear me what I'm saying, and if you see where I'm passing the clipper, that means that I want to grab it right there. Then I brush it. The reason why I brush the hair is so the hair fall back in place, and if it's any hair cut up and it's stuck in the skull, it will definitely clean it up. Right now we're gonna use the guard number 2, clip number 2, and we're gonna pass it in that area right there where we see the shadows or the dark spot, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, I always said that I don't claim to be the best, but I always try to do the best of all my haircuts to all my clients. And I never claim that my way is the best way and the only way to be a barber. Never say that. I say that I do it, and if there's any technique that I use that you haven't used and it feels like you want to give it a try to see if it works, then you know that's how I do it. Right now we're using the magic clip. We close the level, and we're gonna pass it right in that area right there, and it has made new little lines, and every time it does, just open a little bit the trimmer and pass it right there, right? And now we open the level, we're gonna pass it right there. Then we close the level, we're gonna pass it right there. Okay, then open the level right there, and then keep passing. And see, close it little by little. The level, you don't close it right away, you close it little by little, or you open it little by little. If you open it, that means you could go higher just a little bit, and then the other opposite when you close it. So right now we're still using the magic clip level, the lever semi-open. What's the lever, Jeff? That's the little thing on the side. Right now we're using again the Series 9, the Braun shaver, electric shaver, and this one, it comes with a station that it will charge automatically, and you don't have to plug it in. You just put it into the station, it will automatically start charging, and then if it needs to be sanitized and clean, it will let you know. Like it will have a couple of drops there, and if it does light up, just hit one button and it automatically start cleaning itself and sanitize it and everything. Really great machine. Definitely really quiet too, really smooth. We're gonna be working to the back. We work both sides. Now we work into the back, and then we're gonna be using the magic clip with the guard number 1 or 1/8. We have the level semi-open, and we're passing it in that area right there. Right, we're gonna keep it. You see how my machine keep twisting? Then close a little bit more, and we're gonna pass it right there. And that's how the hair is actually, see, and the angle of the hair that it goes. Now we're gonna use the corner just to go safely there, and what I just pointed. Now we switched up guard. We got the 1/16. We closed the level a little bit, but not completely, and we just passing it, keep passing it in that area right there. We're gonna continue passing it, you know. I'm gonna be doing this. I do this video also in Spanish. I do in Spanish and English. My English, I know it's not the best, but I try keep doing my best, just like I do with my haircuts. And I'm just trying to be as much informative I could be. I do also blogs. I do Q&A, questions and answers, live streamings, open reviews of products, and etc. on this channel. I put a little bit of everything. It's just not just tutorials, but a little bit of everything. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm 40 years old. I've been cutting hair for a little bit more over than 20 years. And yeah, you know, every day I'm still learning from other barbers, and even when I see myself cutting hair, I see a way that always I could perfect or do, even through doing videos and everything. And yeah, you know, even doing editing video, I do everything. I record myself. I buy my own equipment, the you know, cameras, the lighting. Also, let me know how you like this angle of the camera. I usually use the GoPro Hero 6 and I put it on my chest, so that way you could be like the third person. But lately I've been using the Sony Mark 5, and I have it on a tripod with the LED light. So let me know how you like this angle, if you like it like this or you like it in the GoPro Hero 6. We're using, again, in the back, same thing. Notice I have better control. Like when I really do the scissors over comb, notice at the same angle the comb is tilted, my scissor is gonna be on top of it the same way. You know what I mean? That way you grab everything how you're supposed to. You know what I mean? And notice how the hair goes the certain way. That's how I pick it up too. Now that we're done with that, I just finished putting some Pump It Up. I thought that it recorded it, but it didn't. So I did, and what it does, the Pump It Up, is especially his hair, because it was so long. Now it's just sticking right now down, really nice. My client, being a clown, X, shout out to X. He's been getting my haircut with me. He's been getting his haircut with me for the last 16 years, and still counting. Great guy, he's very motivated, you know, and very hard-working guy. One of the kind guy, man. I definitely appreciate him very much. A family man, a friend, you know, everything that you need on a guy, on a friend. Right now I'm using my GTX. People are gonna ask, like, Jeff, but all that glue is necessary? It's like look, you got alcohol, you got water, you could definitely take it off. It's not like it's gonna be a tattoo. The reason why you have to put all that, some of the products, they're very gluey, especially Pump It Up. It's very strong. It freezes the hair in place. So when you add that, it does cause that. But then, like I said, look, it's making all the hair nice and flat. So whenever I use the GTX or the trimmer to do the box out, it definitely, you see the results. And as you could tell, you're seeing the results right here. We're doing this, I call it the fender. Why? Because the you know, the shape right here, right there, you know what I mean, right there. Just customized and modified and calibrate this trimmer the other day. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. And if you want to see that video, you could go to my video section, and that's where I will have the video right there that I did on how I cut the trimmer and how I calibrated and modified everything. As you could tell, he has some rough, really thick hair, and this trimmer is cutting it like with no problem. It's definitely really came out really sharp. Normally I recommend, if you got clients that have hair like this, to pretty much bring everything down with the trimmer, so that way when you're about to shave them and shape them and whatnot, definitely it will make the shaving experience, and when you shave them, it will be a lot easier. But yeah, you know, try to get it as much close and clean possible. But yeah, the trimmer like this definitely is very beneficial, especially in those uncomfortable areas. You could get there more comfortable, and definitely it makes the room run a lot cooler. And then if in case the blade gets that doesn't want to cut or something, normally is the tension, screw tension, which you could you don't have to take the body apart. It's right there exposed, so all you gotta grab is just a Phillips screwdriver, and it will, all you gotta do is just adjust it until it feels right. Yeah, as you could tell, look at how sharp, you know, everything. It feels like I'm already shaving them with the electric shaver. But yeah, the GTX is one of my favorite trimmer of all time. Definitely hands down. It's just the power is amazing. The blade is definitely good too. At times, at first, if you're not very familiar with them and you don't know how to calibrate it, they could kind of give you a little headache. But then after a while, once you find out the trick or how to get them adjusted, how to get it right, is a great trimmer. Definitely a great trimmer. As you can see, he likes his beard like that. Everything that I'm doing on him, all the style, his eyebrows, his fade, everything is as his request. Is what he normally likes. I'm sure people would have been other people would have been like, nah, I would have done the beard like this, or leave his eyebrows a lot thicker or whatever. But that's how he likes it. So that's how, you know, I keep continue doing his style. This is the cream bumper. It's a medicated formula. This is the number right here, just in case if you wanna give them a call and find out how you could get a hold of it. This cream is awesome. This cream is, I don't have to use no hot towel. I mean, with the hot towels, it's even better too. But I don't even have to use water or anything. What it does, it act like a mask. And once it start drying, it tight the skin really nice. So when you pass the blade, definitely it leave a good sensation to it, and it doesn't irritate the skin. Plus, when you pass in the blade, it feels like you pass in an ice cube. It's really it's like menthy. Not only is menthy, but definitely it feels right. And then when you put the water, it feels really cold, real nice and cold. But the real nice part about it is, like, look, right now I haven't even throw water, and it kind of keep it that you could still with the blade. Obviously, you gotta keep switching the blade whenever you don't feel that it's cutting. That's another thing that a tip or advice that I give to anybody, whether you starting or don't or not. If you don't feel that the blade is cutting, definitely it's because of that. But you have to switch the blade. You know what I mean? Some blades, the minute that you cut it and you put it into the razor holder and you put it in the skin, you're gonna know. The other thing that I recommend you to do is flip it around, and if that doesn't work, then put the other blade. But another thing that I like about this cream, usually when it dries up, it throws like a little powder, like that little powder, like the white lines. You start building like white lines. That white line, to me, I use it as a defense line. Like I always said, I do repeat myself in every video pretty much. It seems like I'm saying the same thing, but it is because when you repeat it and get it into your head, eventually if you repeat it, it's gonna get into your head, and then you're gonna find yourself subconsciously fixing it, and I mean, or not fixing it but doing it. And definitely the repetition is the mother of learning, you know what I mean. And not only that, but I have I have between almost 5,000 subscriber every month subscribing to this channel. So that's a lot of subscriber that really haven't hear or don't know yet, or they haven't hear exactly what I have to, how I said it. But to the other ones, to the ones that have been subscribed, they may seem that it's been myself repeating myself a lot. It may be like that, but it's because those reasons. Like I said, repetition is the mother of learning. And then obviously for my other subscriber that don't know yet or they haven't hear me, I have to repeat myself so they could be in the same page as you are. So yeah, I'm passing the blade, and notice I have a bounty napkin where I wipe off my razor holder. Always stretch the skin, you know what I mean. That's the another number one key right there. When you stretch the skin, it definitely makes everything more easier for you to shave. As you could tell, I'm shaving from bottom to top down first, and you see what happened when you really trim down everything with the trimmer, especially for his type of hair. It makes everything a lot easier. One thing you're gonna notice also, that cream, what it does, no redness. It will not, no matter, as long as you got everything properly, you know, cleaned up, put that cream, change the blade, doing from top to bottom, you're not gonna see no cuts, no redness, no irritation. Then I go down, up. That's so that you could get the studs, or get the completely root of the hair completely gone. See, from bottom to top now, and that's just to get it a lot tighter. You know what I mean? And notice how my left hand always is stretching. Notice how I'm using in the mustache, I'm using the Series 9. The reason why is because in that area, passing the razor blade, you could, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna irritate them for sure, regardless if the cream is good or not. I'm not trying to say that I'm contradicting myself, but if when you grow hair first, it's in your mustache, and as time goes by, it turns a lot harder in the hair in the mustache. That's why I go with the shaver, leave it a lot closer, and we go safe. Right now we got them sitting down normal, and we're gonna go to the final touches. You know, as you can tell, I always have my combs. Jeffrey, what is in those combs? That was the comb that I was using to pump it up, which it has the glue, so that's why it has in it glue. But yeah, every time I put them in the barber side. Also, I did a video on how to how to put the implements in there, how to put the right amount of liquid or barbicide, and how to clean your trimmers and clippers, how to properly disinfect it and everything. And yeah, so right now I'm gonna grab the magic clip, and with the level close, I'm gonna pass it in that area right there, and trim those little hair right there. See, boom, right there, and groom it out. This is the gel that I like to use, Elegance. That gel, I'm telling you, the whole line is so good. It's real with a little dab. It's really thick, and if you touch it, it doesn't turn all white or anything. It has a great smell, but it definitely put the hair real nice. And for his hair, it definitely works really well. To make waves too, it works really good. And this is how it looks. The product, you know what I mean? It looks really good. Look at the fade, look at the shadow, look at the transition, look at the beard. You know what I mean? Every haircut. Look, this is before the haircut. This is how it looks. You know what I mean? And he has some hair, notice, that's standing from different angle, different ways. And he got the forehead is a little weird, so you gotta make sure. That's the thing that you gotta work with, the forehead, how you're gonna do the box out. And if you do, it will turn just how it did right here. This is the finished product. Look, you know, every hair is actually in its place. You know what I mean? It just, like I said, when the hair grows, it turns differently. So he only got warranty a week. After that, he gotta come back again and get the haircut for himself. Once again, thank you. I hope you learn at least one thing from this video. Thank you if you subscribe. Thank you for your time and support. Sincerely, Jeff, the Master Barber. Peace.